What's up, everybody? This is Chris, Black Diamonds Fitness, coming at y'all with another update on my 2023 spring cut. As you know, I started off at a high on March 6th of 197.7 pounds. Today, I weighed in at 188.4 pounds, so I'm down 9.3 pounds. This is day 22 of my cut. So if you've been following me, you know you might be looking at that weight and saying, "Oh, well, weren't you lower before? Like, haven't you had a lower weight?" And the answer is yes. Um, as I mentioned before, you can expect your weight to fluctuate, but you should be able to track the trend of your weight. Uh, so on average for me, I've been dropping about 2 pounds or so each week, which is exactly where it should be for somebody like me to lose between 0.5% to 1% of my body weight each week. So we're on track. So as y'all know, um, workouts really haven't changed. Like for example, I just did 5 sets of barbell bent over rows today. Like that's it. I try to keep it real simple and straightforward like that. 3 to 5 sets of 3 to 5 exercises. Workouts aren't taking any longer than about 40-45 minutes. Step count, I've been getting up there closer to 7,000 to 10,000, somewhere in that range. So I have increased my step count. Calories are still ranging around basically 1,800 to 23 or 400, something like that. And that's important to note because the reason why I can't acknowledge my weight as it is as a stall, like we might be tempted to do when we're on this journey, depending on the macronutrients you have and the amount of sodium you have, your water retention is going to fluctuate. And so you need to account for that. And so I'm gonna do something a little bit different this week. Even though I'm not concerned with my rate of fat loss at all, everything's trending perfectly. Y'all probably know by now I like to eat, cereal in the evening sometimes. I've been doing that, eating a nice sized bowl of cereal. I just make sure that my calories are where they're supposed to be. Those calories are always below the 2,700, which is my max for maintenance. So as long as it's under that, I'm on track. But one thing I will do is because I plan to treat myself this weekend, but before I do it, I want to hit a particular number on the scale. Not because I'm worried about fat loss, but because I just want to see the number change. And that's just something I want to let y'all in on, is that this is just a trick. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the amount of sodium that I'm having. So there won't be any more cereal for the rest of the week. No processed snacks like that. I mean, I might have Halo Top, but that'll be about it. I'm going to reduce the carbs that I have, and what you'll see is the water will drop and my weight will drop along with it. So I'm looking for a weight that's 186.5 pounds or lower, and we'll see if we can hit that, by the end of the week. So like I mentioned before, my weight this morning was 188.4 pounds. So if I want to hit 186.5, then I need to drop about 2 pounds in a week. So for me, what I'm doing is I'm not expecting to drop 2 pounds of fat in a week. I'm just wanting to reestablish my own baseline. I haven't, since the beginning of my cut, I haven't dramatically cut my carbs at all or my sodium at all. So what I'm going to do is to figure out what my new low is. When I cut all that stuff out, it takes about 3 to 4 days, for 3 to 5 days for me to get that completely leveled out to where, I'm not holding basically that much water. And so at the end of the 3 to 5 days with lower sodium and carb intake, I should see a much lower weight, and we'll see if I can cross that 186.5 pounds mark. So these water fluctuations are why it's important to kind of keep your macros steady if you want to get a true idea for where your weight is trending. So for me, since I've been I'll have some low carb days, I have some higher carb days, my workouts, differ a little bit here or there. That water fluctuation can be all over the place. But I mean, I've been doing this enough times that I know that if I've got my calorie numbers right, everything's going in the right direction. I look in the mirror, everything's going in the right direction. I'll have a picture update coming this weekend anyway. Um, so what you want to do, the way that you can use this in your own life is just try to make sure if you're going to do low carb, to stay low carb so you can keep it tracked. If you're going to do higher carb, keep it higher carb. Try to match those macros as closely as possible. If you don't do that, you can kind of do what I'm doing, which is um, cut down for like a few days just to get an idea, and then you know what that low is. And then the next time when you want to go back and see how much progress you made, all you have to do is drop that water again, see if you've reached a new low, and the difference will be the amount of fat. Well, it should be about the amount of fat that you lost over that period of time. So it's just a little trick, something for people to be aware of. It works both ways. Um, if you are, you know, if you are dropping a lot of fat and you're low carb, and then like one day you slip up and you eat a high carb meal, and then you see you gain like 3 pounds overnight, you do not gain 3 pounds of fat. Like you're just holding water at that point. So it's nothing to be worried about. Like your body didn't change. You didn't gain a bunch of fat. Carbs didn't make you gain fat. So the opposite is true as well. When you're cutting, if you're eating a bunch of carbs and then you switch to low carb and you drop a bunch of weight, that's not you dropping a bunch of fat. That's you dropping a bunch of water. So if you want to drop the fat, you need to keep it up and keep your calories low. But that's pretty much all I got, y'all. Like I said, I'm gonna update y'all on the progress. The end of the week, hopefully I hit my number because I got a pizza treat that's calling me if I hit my number. But it's all good. I'm just doing it for fun, nothing too crazy. If you want your own personal tailored advice from me, I am taking clients. Um, you can inquire about it in the comments. There's also a link in the description to my page. You can apply for coaching. So that's it, y'all. Stay blessed. Peace.